Hi everyone, this is True Women Real Talk, and thank you for returning to our channel. We have a very interesting topic for you today. We'll be discussing side chicks. We're gonna break down the definition to what a side chick is, as well as dive deep into side chick mentality. We have a couple of guests for you today, so we hope you enjoy this episode. So, I pulled up the side chick definition in the Urban Dictionary, and it says that the side chick is the other woman, also known as the mistress, a female that is neither a male's wife or a girlfriend who has relations with the male while he's in another relationship. We also pulled up an article that gave 21 reasons why being a side chick or the benefits to being a side chick. Nicole, did you see any reasons in there that you thought were beneficial to being a side chick?
I was just going over the topics or whatever you want to call it. There's 21. The first one says you get all side chicks like being a side chick because you get all the benefits of none. You get all the benefits of none of the BS. Number 2 says you're not the one he's lying to. Number 3 is you don't have to pretend to be interested in anything. Number 4, you never expect to pay for anything. Number 5, he's always coming to you. Number 6, you don't have to share your bed. Number 7, you don't even have to meet his friends. Number 8, or his parents. Number 9, you don't have to worry about where he is going. Number 10, there is no talking. Number 11, you never have to see him in daylight. Number 12, you never have to worry about looking good when you wake up. You don't have to explain where you stand with him to your friends. You never have to worry or care about what he's doing. It's on your terms. You can always say no. There may not be much moral high ground, but you definitely have an inch on him. It's an automatic ego boost. You don't care if he don't love you, or no, it said you don't care if you don't love him. You're never waiting by the phone. And number 12, there's no breakup.
So with this article, where did it come from?
It's something from a newspaper. I'm really not even sure who it's from.
So Pam, what you being today's modern side chick, what is it on this article that you agree with?
Every last one.
So,
Why do you agree with these things? Because it's the truth. He's gonna tell you all his problems. You're gonna have to meet his family and play with his kids. I don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is take care of him when he's in my presence and send him back home to you.
So
You are okay with that?
Okay, as they
morals
said,
and respect for yourself, though.
it has not, I have enough respect for myself to know that I don't want to be bothered with the stuff you have to deal with.
So at no point, I guess my thing is, each his own, but at no point you wouldn't want a more further relationship with this person?
Not with that person. I clearly know he's a liar. So what do I want him for?
So how
Just
do
what
you
I
see
can get.
yourself finding a person if you're wasting your time dealing with the liar?
He's not my man. He's yours.
No, I understand that.
So
I'm
I
saying-
can
Some
still
point
date.
down the road, you don't want a relationship for yourself, because if you are okay with being the other person's mistress or whatever, how do you think your relationship is gonna go if you choose them? If you find a man that you want
To settle down.
to settle down with, do you think that your relationship is? Are you gonna find that guy that won't be the type of guy that you're messing with? This married man who wants to be with a side chick?
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. I'm not looking at that man for any of those things.
I don't
because
think you
I already
understand what
know.
I'm saying. Not that man. What if when it's time for you to settle down and you
And
find
then
a
you fall
man?
for
So how do you
thinking
she's
the
saying, what if
man,
your
but then
man
it's gonna
has
turn
a-
out And what if he has a side woman that you don't know about? Then you become
the
the
wife
main
that
woman
you're the one
that's
don't want to
being
be.
played because of the side chick.
Right.
And there would be karma. Now we also have Levin here who has a
Go ahead with your view.
opinion.
I actually have a question. I'm confused. Is the side chick different from the mistress? Because what you're describing is different from what I experienced with the mistress. You're saying that you don't want anything from him. You have your way with him and you're gone.
He would not know that. The situation from my standpoint, he doesn't know why I'm in this either. He's thinking he's in a full relationship with someone who cares about him, who loves him, who's giving him all the things that you are. When in fact, that's not what I'm doing and that's not what I want. I'm not looking for a man in him because he's your man.
Okay. I'm still confused.
Okay, I'm a little confused too. I think I'm kind of getting what she's saying, but maybe we're not realizing what it is that she's trying to say. Because everything you just said is you ain't looking for another, you just doing this, doing that. That's exactly what he's doing with you, right?
He's
He
going
thinks
back.
I'm in a relationship. He thinks I love him. He
Right.
thinks this is that.
Here's what I like to communicate. As a side chick, I already know my role. And I know that things are going on wherever he is, with whomever he is. If you want to know the benefits for the side chick, those 21 that were said earlier, they are benefits.
So you want to
because
sleep in your bed
you
alone.
don't get the headache that comes along with having a full-time man.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I agree with? I agree with all 21. However, is that what you're getting out of it totally? No.
So when he goes home to his wife, you don't feel no kind of way.
No.
Okay.
I knew what I signed up for.
Okay, and just have one other question I want to ask you. And if you were to move on into a relationship where you decided not to be the side chick, how would you handle once you find out? Because it will happen, because that's karma. How would you handle finding out that your man has a side chick?
Honestly, I think it's exactly what you said. It's karma. If I did it to someone else, I have to expect that to come back towards me. The question becomes: is your love conditional or unconditional at that point?
So will you stay or will you leave?
Exactly.
So you're expecting to get cheated on.
Not necessarily expecting it, but I'm not surprised. I know what I've done.
And that sounds like that's breaking down side chick mentality.
My question is, if you're so caught up with this other mistress, the other guy, how can you find who's for you?
Because
Because you're
I'm dating.
entertaining other people.
I'm dating. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
dating
So
is.
I'm just trying to see, like, is this a relationship?
Okay,
So
so
let's
he
say
is
you think it's
several.
something else.
can I ask, is there a different type of side chicks? Because most of the side chicks I've seen, they're saying what you're saying with these benefit stuff, but then it always seems to turn into that they want the man. And they wound up calling the wife, or they wind up fighting with the wife, feuding with the wife. So your story is a little different from what I've seen.
No, I've been in situations where I thought that it should be something that it's not. And the reality is, when you know how you get in something, you already know it's not going to go that way. So if I fall for him, I know he's a liar already. I know he's a cheater already. I had no business falling for him. But do women do it? Absolutely. Absolutely they fall for him.
I guess I have a question. I'm sorry, Lynn. I just have one more question because I'm really trying to understand. I guess I'm coming from a married woman's point of view, but you said before that you're dating, but are you purposely dating married men? Is that your dating scene? Is that what I'm saying?
What generally happens is men begin with a lie. They come off single and then they tell you about the other woman. They wait until you're vested in, until you have some interest in them.
Really
And
quick, I hate to cut you off. So if they told you in the beginning that they had a woman, you wouldn't talk to them?
Absolutely. Most of the time, I'll be honest, sometimes I did anyway.
Okay. That's
But
what I
most of
wanted
the
to know.
time, I didn't go seeking someone else's man.
But you're okay with it being someone else's man. This is your mentality.
Only
You don't
because
want the
feelings
headaches.
are involved now.
Like how long before feelings start getting involved?
Well, I
It
think
depends
that's
on how
a
long he lies.
irrational question. You can't say when a feeling gets involved because this is
But
her
if you
opinion.
only known this man a few weeks or a month, like
You're
you're
not
not
really
in too
invested.
far
But
where
you can't
you
judge.
can't get out.
You can't judge how vested someone is because people get married 3-4 times after 3-4 weeks, so we can't judge how her feelings.
One more question.
The question is,
One more question, and
how can you go forward with
I'm gonna pass it
somebody?
on to them to let them
You know, how
speak.
can you go forward with
But
somebody?
Me seeing side chicks as I've seen, you trying to tell me, because right now you seem very honest, you seem really confident in what you're saying, and you seem like you're very okay with the term that you're using to describe yourself as a side chick. But in my mind, I'm thinking you were never hurt. You know, how could any person be in a relationship with somebody, you see them every day, you know their problems, you grow with them, you start to care about them. I mean, you have a heart, you're gonna do this. So how could you keep your feelings separated to allow him to go be with somebody else? Or say for instance, he just gone. He say, forget this, I ain't doing it no more. Are you telling me you're not hurt when that happens? Or how do you feel when you're going through this?
If you let yourself get caught up, you're gonna hurt.
It sounds like it's a business.
So
Well, I have to
Like-
say, she is the model side chick. Because the whore my ex-husband was sleeping with, she didn't have these guidelines. Because we went from you showing up at my house, you calling my house, you integrating yourself
That's what I know.
into
Right.
our family life, you integrating yourself in with my children, his family, and ultimately trying to take over my role.
But here's the reason I was able to do that, speaking for side chicks. The reason I'm able to do that is he gave me access to you. If he does not give me access to you, I'm in a completely different life and relationship, and I know nothing about you except that you exist. Now, a real man is not gonna mix the two. I should know your kids' names. I should know where you work. I should know anything about you. And the fact that that woman was able to do that gave her that power to make her think that she was something that she wasn't. The main chick.
I get that part. I
But it
agree.
sounds like there are a couple different types of side chicks, because you are basically saying that you're the side chick, that you're okay with the man leaving once it's time for him to go home, and not being around on the holidays, and seeing you when it's convenient for him. It sounds like you're saying that the side chick that you were confronted with, this woman, she wasn't going to be okay with him leaving at a certain time.
She had no respect.
She wanted him to herself, and she knew she was gonna do everything it took to try to take him from you. But you're gonna send your man, you're gonna send him back home to his boo or his wife.
Let me say this. I've been on both sides of that. I've been with the woman that did exactly what you just described to me. Once I decided I was done being the side chick and wanted to be the main chick.
That's what we're saying was gonna happen.
But I expected it. I'm hurt by it, but at the same time, I knew I had it coming. I knew what I did. I sent him home in Dove because she used Dove.
So when you did, so after you were the side chick, and then you went and you had your own relationship, and you were in love with this man, and then the side chick came and wrecked your home, why didn't you take the lesson in that?
I did take the lesson in that, and it's currently why I'm single.
But so is that the
I'm
reason?
looking for a different type of man now.
But-
It's not the same stuff he would say before that would work before. It's about where you're at as a woman.
And I totally,
totally
agree with
about
you
that.
on that.
When I was focused on my career, my profession, I didn't need the distraction of worrying about your boo-boos and your mama dying and this going on. Let me send you to her for that. Now that I'm interested in being vested, like you said, falling in love, knowing what's going on in your life and all of that, I want a different type of man. I
But
want
in
him
the
to come off
past,
differently.
did you ever see a man and said, I want that man. I know that man is married, but I want that man.
Me personally, no, but I know plenty of women who have. And they set out to get him, and they got him.
Would you clarify them as side chicks?
No.
What are they?
What's the difference?
Side chicks have a relationship
With who?
with that man.
So what's the difference in what she said, setting out to
I
get
just
that
want what you
specific
got.
married man?
For example,
That's our point.
I'm gonna sleep with you because I want to sleep with you. It's a physical connection. It doesn't have to continue. If he keeps coming over here, if he keeps missing appointments with you to be with me, that's different. That's more of a relationship.
But what if you're the one calling him saying, I miss you, boo?
Why do you
He
feel this
has to give
relationship
me
is
that
just
authority.
That's what she's saying.
He has
She's saying-
to open those doors for me
I
to
guess
be able
I'm
to do
still
those
confused.
things for you.
No, what she's saying is,
But no, I'm
and I'm
sorry.
getting this correct. You're saying that anybody can be a side chick, but the access I have to get to your wife or your girlfriend,
I
or
get
significant
that.
other,
Right.
comes from the access through that man. But you don't clarify yourself as having a relationship with him because you never asked for that access. I guess, and my question is, if you find a man lacking like that too, because you said these guys are, divulging
all this information about
so
you.
it seems like they're saying they want more from you. So how do you know the difference? How do you know, oh, this is somebody I can get to the wife with, or I'm just going to sleep with this person? Why would you say you're different from the next person?
It doesn't start out that way. I still think it has to do with emotions.
Well, the question
What
is,
can you do?
the question is what do you have to do as one or as yourself to make yourself feel like, or to tell yourself you're no longer going to be a side chick? Are you at that point now?
I am.
And so now you're at the point where you're ready to be the main chick and you're letting the side chick go. Okay.
But I guess, and then we could close.
London, I ain't trying to
My
cut you off,
question is,
but I want to ask London. We talked to her quite a bit much now and got her opinion. I just want to know how your life was affected with this side chick coming into your home that you had set up perfectly, and just let a side, being a side chick. How did her coming into your life? How did that disturb you? I'm sure that it
didn't
did.
just disturb me. It disturbed everything. It disturbed everything from my children, because money, most men, when you're married, you are the provider, or 50% of the provider. So you can't spend or do what you're responsible to do, because you, knowing he's married, are still saying, I want to go to this hotel, I want to eat this, I want this gift, knowing that that money comes out of my child's mouth, knowing that my kids' tuition doesn't get paid because you want a new bracelet, or you want a Pandora, or whatever it is.
You saying she knows this?
The side chick knows this, because you know he's married and has responsibilities. You know when you going through his wallets when he's asleep, because that's what you all do. You go through his phone, you go through his wallets, you see the pictures, you know the address, you see the wife, you see the phone number, you know how many times she's called. When he's sleeping, you know that's the wife calling, going, where the hell is my husband? And some of you are tempted to pick up that phone and say, yes, he's here. Now, you a good side chick.
That's what I said. There must be different side chicks. She's saying that he's giving you this, but clearly I've known some that has taken it.
And then there's levels, because there's also side chicks where the men are buying these people, these women, these mansions and these cars and these. There's definitely levels to side chick. Some side chicks, Pam has told us that she's a side chick, that she's just there. Basically, sounds like she's just there for some time
because she's so
and
busy.
She doesn't sound like she's right. She doesn't sound like she's a side chick.
Was quiet.
Right.
Side chick's not quiet anymore.
Okay, but I just want to hold on, because I just want to make this clear. You said that earlier. You said that you're not. That's not the same. You're not that side chick that London is talking about. But now you just said that you are. That they're one and the same. So that's why I said I'm still confused, because it wasn't confused about what she was saying about herself being how she is. It was confusing for me about the levels of the side chick. Yeah, I understand if he allows you to get that access in your life, then she's going to try to move in and become you. I got that part. But what's the difference in between the two? Yourself being whatever type of side chick you want to be, and then that, because that's why I think London wanted to know what's the difference between a side chick and a mistress. Right?
It's about levels. It's exactly what she said. When he gave me minimum access, I could only do minimum things. That stuff becomes ammunition later. That's why they take the pictures of this and the cards of that. That's why they take your number down, in case one day they need that ammunition.
So you start out with this,
but they don't know. They don't start out that way. Again, I have been with men that clearly told me I had them from 5 to 10. Don't call me after 10. Don't call me before 5.
I can't.
And you are willing to follow the rules.
I can't live like that.
Why were you so willing to follow these rules?
But during that 5 and 10, I want to talk to you about how that level plays in. If he's treating me the way I want to be treated during
within
that time,
5 hours,
and that now I'm thirsty for 10 hours. I want more and I want more, and he keeps feeding me more, and in the process feeding me information about you and your family.
She got it on lock.
Well, y'all have
question though?
This is how it jumps. I can replace you.
I'm sorry. She's telling you how they're moving into a relationship. I got it clearly.
Exactly.
What she just said. I started off with 3 hours, and this all he limited to was 3 hours, and then I said, well, I want 2 more. So he came. He gave me 2 more. She knows that now she's able to move in. she got it on lock.
It still
But
seems
my
a little
question
But her
confusing.
point,
in the beginning that she told us was she didn't want
no,
me.
she's
Why is she
explaining-
trying to
no,
know me?
Why do you even
She
want
told
that
us it was
extra
just
I
sex.
know, but she,
Right.
y'all just asked her a question. The difference. She's explaining to you how it get from her just not wanting nobody to the person, the type of person that money
she's
end up
okay.
encountering.
Exactly.
She's explaining
And the
that
thing
difference,
is-
but in
But my question to you is, when you are accepting those gifts, when you are asking for that money for your rent, for your car note,
She don't care about your kids.
It's not the
like
question.
that.
That's not necessarily
Wait,
true.
wait.
That's what it is.
It's not
That's
that
not
she
her
doesn't care.
motive.
But
Wait,
no,
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 that's
no,
not
what
my
is it?
motive.
What is
She don't
it?
care about
That's
your
not on the
children.
Wait a
phone,
minute,
because I
no.
want to know what it
Wait,
is.
maintain this relationship. I could hurt a side of anything, but I can move forward knowing that I'm doing that same hurt to someone else. Because as a woman, I'm sure you have been through some type of hurt to know how it feels. For this one to sit here and know my life got turned upside down by somebody who ultimately really didn't care at first.
So-
You didn't even intend to do these things. So in closing, I just want to say, I really can't hold animosity against you. I can't give
How
you
can you not?
I can't give you
Because in 5
closure
years
because
you can
ultimately,
No,
Well, that's
if
your
you
feelings, and that's
if
your
a
feelings.
man-
If she's got
If you got to the point
I
where
didn't, I'm
you
not
didn't- you
not
were selfish
I'm
and
not
didn't
not
care
trying to
about
address
her
nobody's
anymore.
feelings. What I'm saying is, in closing, that man ultimately destroyed 2 lives. He brought you into one, and he affected yours. So, ladies,
More than 2
we
lives,
got
her children.
well, the children's lives too. But to agree to disagree because we do have
Let's
to.
keep this in mind. Let's just keep this
We
in
do
mind.
have
We're
to
gonna
go to
wrap
the
this
end.
up, and we're gonna keep this in mind. This is not something everyone's gonna agree with because, like we said, this is the side chick mentality. So if you don't have a side chick mentality, you're probably not gonna see this view. But we also got to see exactly how a side chick can ruin a home and tear up a relationship. What we have to do in closing is try to feel more of yourself, have more respect for yourself. Make yourself want to be the only one and not follow the rules of any man.
I have one other thing
So-
to say. I think in this climate that we're going through right now, with all of these women that are going through things like sexual harassment, the different things, hurts that we are going through, it comes back to women. Respect for yourself, respect for another woman, morals, respect, even if you don't have children. If I see somebody else's child, just as a woman, there's some sort of maternal instinct that you feel for that child. So at some point, you have to have some sort of respect for yourself, that you don't allow yourself to be treated like a tool, a prostitute. At the same time, you have to have respect for your fellow woman, that I'm not going to do that to her. You have to have respect in the institute of marriage. You might not be married, you might want that man, but at the same time, that man is off limit, and you should say no. It's all about respect for women and yourself.
And that can be said better than
exactly. Thank you for tuning in this week.
that. And please hit subscribe and like the video.
Thank you.
Thank you.